Hey there, folks. Gonna take another stab at the news today. Because there's a lot of stupid out there, and I feel like making fun of it. First off, an important legal ruling here in Canada. Courts here in British Columbia have ruled that groceries giant and general parasite Sobeys Incorporated can't get out of a union contract just because they changed their name to Freshco. Well, isn't that refreshing? I mean, they got away with it in my neighborhood, believe it or not, by changing the name of our local Save-On Foods to Price Mart. And apparently that worked. That got them out of their contracts. And that's just about the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's like if I committed murder and then just got a legal name change and they're like, I'm sorry, these charges are against Michael Bertrand, not Maxwell Steelheart. I guess that means Michael Bertrand doesn't exist anymore, and it's a pleasure to meet you, Max. So yeah, thank God a note of sanity was added to this. They're still the same bunch of assholes. They're just in clean underwear now. And you know what? That's not going to last. They're going to do the same to this pair of underwear that they did to the last one. But at least someone is showing the corporations of the world sanity rules, as does the rule of law, and you can't just fuck around and get away with it. Meanwhile, in a quite frankly hilarious move, Donald Trump is in a secret closed-door meeting with his cabinet today, presumably to talk about the whole Epstein thing. Now, this is hilarious, and I would love to be a fly on the wall in that room, because here's the thing. You're all idiots. Idiots putting their head together do not end up making a smarter person. Not only do you have a cabinet of idiots, and you yourself, Donnie, are an idiot, but these idiots are all afraid of you, so none of them are going to tell you anything you don't want to hear. Which means there's really no point in talking to them. But I bet a whole lot of very, very creative ass-licking is going on right now in there. I bet they're just falling all over themselves to be the most fawning, sycophantic, completely complimentary to the point of being slightly sarcastic idiots that they always are in there, but really turning it up. Because here's the thing, Donnie. There's not anything you can actually do about the Epstein thing. It's beyond your control. And it will eventually come out, and it will eventually kill your ass. Maybe not in terms of whether you're still president or not, but it will absolutely sink you as an influential person. You'll become a joke, even more so than you are now, and we'll all be laughing at you, and the rest of your presidency, you will be the lamest duck there ever was. Hell, maybe even Republicans will stop listening to you. All right, and finally, let's talk about the Texas Democrats. Those 50 brave people that left Texas, fled the jurisdiction to make it so that the Republicans could not redistrict in order to give dumb Donnie 5 more seats in a red state. Now, there's 2 fun things about this. One, the remarkably ascended to awesomeness Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, has sworn that if Texas does this, he will redistrict California to create more blue seats. Because that's the thing about when you break the rules. You break them for everybody. And the hilarious thing is they didn't think of this. Somehow they thought, like a lot of very stupid villains, that only they could break the rules. But once they're broken for everybody. Now, Newsom doesn't actually want to add these seats, I assume. He just wants to make the point that if this is allowed, then everybody can do it. And here's the thing. The blue states have way more population than the red states. Ergo, redistricting could give them a hell of a lot more seats, actually. The last figure I read was that they could swing the balance as much as by 20 just with California. So think about that before you establish a precedent that this is perfectly okay for states to do. But let's get back to the Texas Democrats. These guys left so that there would not be enough votes in the Texas legislature to form a quorum, and therefore the vote can't go through. Essentially, without them there's less than 50% of the House of the Texas legislature present, and therefore they can't do jack shit. And I absolutely love this. This is exactly the kind of brave, creative thinking we're going to need to gum up the works for all these Republican assholes. And particularly joyful to me is that the majority of these Democrats have fled to Illinois, a state where the governor is the increasingly mega awesome J.B. Pritzker, who has promised to shelter them. Now, the latest hot rumor is that Trump is somehow going to sic the FBI on these guys and gals. I don't see how that's possible. I don't know what the charge would be. Also, this is state law, and because of Republicans, the states have rights, and the federal government can't interfere in state elections at all. Isn't that fun? Another rule they broke, and then now it's biting them in the ass. I tell you, it brings joy to my heart to see them stumbling over their own dicks all the time. I don't know what the female equivalent of that is. Fill it in yourself. These idiots, these jackals, these fucking barbarians are finally going to face some consequences for tearing the system apart. Finally, Democrats are ready to play hardball. They're ready to go in there and inflict pain and damage to make these people behave. Finally, the lesson they should have learned with Obama is finally getting through to them now that things have become this horrible. Better late than never, I guess. So yeah, honestly, from my cynical, snarky, and Trump-hating point of view, the news has all been pretty good lately, actually. I'm feeling good about the state of America. Or at the very least, entertained. Guess that's it for me for today, folks. I will talk to you nice people again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Alright, let's get this done. if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Or if you hated this video, please like and subscribe. Or if you didn't even really care, please like and subscribe. Just like and subscribe. No matter what, I don't care. I just want the money.